Hi guys, today is Sunday, December 11th, and I'm in my car. I just got ready. I did a little workout this morning, and I'm going to go to Aldi. Oh my gosh, I forgot my reusable bags. I have to go get those. Oh my gosh. Got it. Okay, so I am going to Aldi to get some groceries so I can meal prep today. And tomorrow I start my first day of work, so that is fun. Oh my gosh, my lights are going wild. I just realized that. And I want to meal prep so that I have lunches to pack and just easy dinners and snacks to eat. So yeah, let's go to Aldi. So I just got to Aldi. How to get Aldi cart without a quarter. You can use the back of a house key. Oh my gosh, there's carts unlocked. Oh, thank gosh. Alright guys, so I got all of my groceries and now it's time to begin meal prepping. So the first thing I'm going to make is shrimp alfredo. So I began by running my shrimp under some warm water, and while I waited for the shrimp to thaw, I began to mince the garlic with my handy dandy new garlic mincer. Once the shrimp was ready, I put some oil in my skillet and added those bad boys in there. And then when the shrimp was fully cooked, I transferred it to a separate bowl and then cleaned my skillet to start making the alfredo sauce. So I'm infamous for not reading recipes all the way through before I begin making food, so I actually added all of these ingredients out of order, but I started with my heavy whipping cream and butter and then added the garlic and the chicken broth. And in retrospect, I could definitely tell a difference in the taste / the consistency as a result of my not reading the directions and adding them in the proper order. Moral of the story, read directions, don't be like me. My water is now boiling, so I can add my pasta, and once again, in retrospect, I definitely made too much pasta in proportion to the amount of shrimp I had, but that's alright, no worries. Once again, if I would have read my directions, I would have known how much pasta to add. But now I added my Parmesan cheese to my sauce mixture and just stirred that up, and now it's time to add the shrimp into that sauce mixture so that they can suck up all those tasty juices. Alright, so I just stir that up in there. And when my pasta was done, I strained it and then put it back in a pot. And that is the meal completely cooked. So I let it sit and cool before I combined it and stored it in a container. And I ate some for dinner as well. It was pretty yummy, can't lie. So moving on, now it's time to make some chicken and rice with corn and beans. So here is me struggling to use a can opener. I don't know why, but I always struggle with them. It was so hard. You can see all the paper scratched up on the side of the can from me failing to use it appropriately. So that's pretty awesome. I'm very skilled. And as you can see, here's me struggling again with the bean can this time. You can see that this side of the can is even more scratched up than the previous one, so I did not improve. But there we go. We finally got it going. I do not know what was so hard about that. I absolutely couldn't tell you. But then I just put the beans in a strainer and opened up my corn, and as you can see, after those 2 attempts, I have now nailed using the can opener and got the corn can open the first try. So I strained both of those together and then just added them to the skillet together and let them cook. Once they were done, I added them to a separate bowl, and then my water began boiling, so I added the rice to start cooking that, and I added my chicken to my skillet without cleaning it, just to let that cook up and heat. Added some seasoning to it, and then added that to the same bowl with the corn and the beans. So then I started preparing my zucchini while I waited for my rice to cook. I really love zucchini. Just add some oil in the pan, and I just cooked those bad boys right up. So it's a really tasty treat. I feel like I could eat so much of them so fast. I only made the one zucchini that I had just because I feel like I had a lot of zucchini. But now the rice is done, and I'm just adding all of it together in this big bowl and stirring it up. I added in my chipotle sauce and also some Frank's Red Hot sauce and stirred them together in there just for some flavor. It ended up being much more delicious than I thought it was going to be, honestly. The zucchini's looking pretty good. I'm going to try some for approval, and it has passed the test. So now it's time to take those off, add them to a container, and now I'm going to start cooking the green beans just in that same skillet. Just tossed them around, let them get all nice and cooked, added some seasoning, salt and pepper, added some garlic as well, and then took those off and cut off those little ends of them and just chopped them up into little smaller pieces. And now I'm going to make my breakfast oats that I saw on Pinterest. By this time, I was tired of cooking and really did not read the directions. I just added all this stuff, just whatever I thought looked and felt right. So this is just me adding all my ingredients into my little one serving size blender. And then I blended it up and added my oats. And I ended up blending them a little too much because, once again, I did not read the instructions. But that's okay. It ended up being still pretty yummy. So I just put that in the fridge overnight. And yeah, that was my completed meal prep. This will last me some nice lunches and dinners. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you later.